And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the All-Stars taking on the All-Stars. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
And now,
the crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. All right, first pitch coming up. Showing the slab in today's game, Shota Imanaga. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Corrals it, and there's one away. Take a look at the lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Headed down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. James makes the grab, 2 down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next offering is downstairs. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He made him pay for that one. His first homer of the year, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. Stepping in the long ball threat, Cal Raleigh. Ball 1, no strikes. Raleigh, a former Gold Glove winner, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2018. The wind and the pitch. That's in there. And the count 1-1.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Just missed. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here on opening day. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
The center field.
So man aboard, Byron Buxton getting ready to hit. That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The left fielder, Kyle.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Coming home. The throw in, it's off the mark, and he scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now it's Alex Bregman. That's ripped. Base hit. Here's Buxton to score. And it's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, 2 outs. So here, swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Ruiz makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to the bottom of the 1st. The All-Stars out front, 3-0. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Tarek Skubal.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that. And that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
And now, number 36. And first offering is fouled off. And that drops in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Tap foul at the plate.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
And we're back. Second inning set to go. And now the DH, Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. Shota back to work. Yeah, that's fouled off. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Fastball catches the corner at the knees. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in.
Right.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
This is Bryce Terang. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Tucker leads off second with nobody out. And there's a ball.
That's low.
Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
So digging in, Bobby Witt Jr. First time up was a pop-out. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That pitch gets the corner, and that's strike 1.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get it.
Now this is through for a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Just a simple ground
Now
ball the other way.
the right
They had
field,
eyes
Aaron
on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He's already homered in this game. Just missed. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Judge comes up empty there.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
And fouled off. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. That's down and in.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering misses. Full count now.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runners tag up for second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's 4-0.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
Here's the power hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That catches the corner.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Next pitch is outside.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Double play ball to second. Rojas for one, and that's two. A run on 2 hits, and they leave one. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. The All-Stars with the lead 4-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki.
Suzuki matched a homer in his last game.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And a swing and a miss.
1 and 2 is the count.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2-2.
2-2.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Adley Rutschman, known for his rocket arm behind the plate.
And
that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is fouled back. And that misses. And it's 2-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
2 and 2.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfilders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
So, man aboard, Miguel Rojas at the plate. Swung on, belted. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. The throw's offline, he's safe. It's 4-1.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
One out, runner at second. Sato digs in now, looking for his first big league hit right here. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
0-1.
That one down the line. Fires to first in time. And now here is
the first baseman,
Kazuo
Oka.
The changeup missing. Ball 1. That's to third. Bregman handles. Zips it across. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. top half of the third inning. Here's Byron Buxton.
The center fielder,
He is quite an
Byron
athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And a base hit into right. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track, maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Man at first, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. RBI single his last time up. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're putting together strong at-bats with good contact, and 5 of their hits have come on the ground. That's a lot of ground ball base hits.
Fastball is outside.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
That's a ball.
That one outside. 2-1. That's a little bit low. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Late swing, foul to the left. Runner at first with no outs here. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a chopper out to short. Finds its way through, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
First and second, no outs. Here's the third baseman, Alex Bregman. And that one a little below the knees. 1-0. Late swing fouled off. Fouled off. He was late.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Two outs. Struck him out, and Harper down on strikes. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The All-Stars on top here, 4-1. As we go to the last of the third. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Yuri Ruiz. Up the middle. And that one handled. Fires to first on the run. Pretty nice play there.
Now batting, number 36.
Here's the second baseman. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Witt. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, number 26.
Now the left fielder struck out swinging his first time. Down and away for ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. Right through there for a strike. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Bregman is under it, and that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Kyle Tucker. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Next offering is fouled back. Stays alive. That one just misses.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Next offering is outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Now a fly ball to right center. Ruiz under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 19. Second baseman.
Next to hit, Bryce Turang. He's 0 for 1. Turang, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
And the batter now, Bobby Witt Jr. Fly ball down the line, and that drops foul.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits.
Runner goes again. This one smoked, could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score easily. The relay, he's in there.
Back-to-back base hits. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Shota Imanaga out of the game, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on here. Yusei Kikuchi.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
One down, runner at third. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And Judge spoils that one. Judge waits. That's a base hit. Run scores.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
So a man at first. Cal Raleigh now at the plate. And that drops in for a strike. Two runs across in the inning here on opening day. That's a laser base hit. Throw into third. In there safely.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron.
And now it's going to be Byron Buxton. He's 2 for 2. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. There's your strike, 95 of that one. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
That's a ball.
In the dirt, but kept close.
2-2.
Nice job behind the plate there. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Struck him out looking.
He's got to throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed. Gets the out.
Here comes Schwartz to the plate. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. That misses. And that's ball 1. Inside, just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Swings through that.
I think he was sitting off speed though.
2-2's the count.
Outside, and now it's filled up 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And that'll load the bases.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
So they're all loaded up. Now it's Alex Bregman. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. First pitch misses.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Judge, the runner at third. Raleigh at second. Schwarber on at first with 2 down. High fly ball down the left field line. And it's off the wall, but foul. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. And midway in the 4th, the All-Stars out front here, 6-1. Bottom of the 4th, Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
The designated hitter.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now
you know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Suzuki stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Ball, that's high.
1 out, base is empty.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That's to third. Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
2 down, base is empty. And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman. Fly to center his first time. And that one fouled off. Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Out there to center, and it drops in. And that keeps the inning going. And now the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. Doubled his first time up.
Rojas.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes the grab, and that is that. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. Here comes Bryce Harper. Kikuchi back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0.
You know, this group of hitters putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That's out to center field. Ruiz puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Now
here's Kyle Tucker. 1 for 2.
Kyle Tucker.
Tucker, who's been an all-star and a gold glover. Inside. Ball 1. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. His first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 7-1.
that one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Turang. That one finds the corner. Strike one. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth. Line drive, and that's a fair ball.
That's back-to-back singles for
Now
him.
that
Nice job of driving that pitch
Bobby
the other way
Witt
on a
Jr.
line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And here is Bobby Witt Jr. And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Turang leads off first with one away. Step off, throw to first. Turang dives back in safely. Swing and a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now,
Right
one out.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Runners at first and second with one gone. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 10-1.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Yusei Kikuchi will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Darvish.
Darvish.
It's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Cal Raleigh. And that's down and away. Still only one out here in the inning.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Strike two.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Got him swinging.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
And that's a base hit into left field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The batter, the left fielder, Kyle.
We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? StatCast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
And the batter now, Kyle Schwarber. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Darvish kicks, delivers, and it's even up.
1-1.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. And that's downstairs. 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Got it. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 10-1. Back after this on the show. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
Okay.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Swing and a miss, and Skubal gets the strikeout. Kazuo
The first
Oka
baseman,
will
number
hit next.
25.
He's 0 for 1.
Kazuo Oka.
Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing
The
me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Ruiz stands in now and watches strike one.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
In the air, center field. Buxton sizing it up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Michael Kopech looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Matsui getting cranked up as well. Next pitch is outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Darvish delivers. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Bregman takes downstairs.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Bryce Harper.
Now batting.
0 for 3 in this one.
Bryce Harper.
Just missed. And another ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Base is empty, 1 away here on opening day. On the ground right side. Harper retired.
Now batting, designated hitter Kyle Tucker.
2 outs, base is empty. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Brings it in, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, number 36. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, these players, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one is upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball. Bregman to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, number 26.
Now the number 2 hitter. 0 for 2 in this one.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
First offering, and it just misses.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And misses inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And a foul ball.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
And 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Witt over to second, double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. The All-Stars have the advantage, 10-1. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Right down to shoot. Strike 1.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Check swing. Called strike. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Bobby
Now it's
Witt
the shortstop,
Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And that one ripped into right. Suzuki makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And that's in there for strike 1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Terang over at first with 1 away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's a hit. And now 2 aboard. Stepping in, Cal Raleigh. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And a big swing and a miss.
2-1.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouls one off. 2-2. Two on, one out. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Now, Byron Buxton. First pitch just misses. Liner snagged at first. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 7th inning stretch time. The All-Stars on top 11-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That misses the zone. And 1-1.
1-1.
Just missed.
That's the ball.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Goes down looking.
Now batting, catcher.
Now the catcher up to hit. Adley Rutschman, the switch hitter batting right. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. One out, runner at second. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Miguel Rojas. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Man at second. There's a swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your base.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound.
Now
but,
batting,
you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here. And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Action in the pen down there. Garrett Whitlock, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Williams warming up as well. Swing and a foul out of play. And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball in the deep outer black.
First baseman,
man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
So 2 down now, and here is Kazuo Oka. That one catches the zone, and that is strike one.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
No
just
balls,
a tough pitch to
2
hit,
strikes.
and not an easy one to throw either.
The 0-2. And that one upstairs.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
2 on, 2 outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber. Darvish back to work. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next pitch is inside, and the count even 1-1.
1-1.
That one pushed to the left and foul. One-two now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Here's Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman.
Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
1-1.
In the air out towards right center. Suzuki on the move. 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Bryce.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Harper now. 0 for 4, a couple of flyouts. He's also grounded out and struck out. First pitch,
no
not
strike.
close. And another ball.
2-0.
And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. In the dirt, 3-2 now. Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now pitching.
Garrett Whitlock
Garrett
takes over on the mound.
Whitlock.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Here's the center
Leading
fielder,
off for
Esteury
Mexico,
Ruiz.
The center fielder, Esteury Ruiz.
Misses inside. 1-0. That one
That's
missed.
the ball. 2-0.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now batting, number 36.
Here's the second baseman. And the first offering is not close.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Nope, ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Kyle Finnegan getting loose out there. Ruiz aboard here at first with nobody out. Grounded to third. Could be 2. Off balance speed. There's 1. To first. Not in time. Great effort there. Now the left fielder. And first offering is fouled off. Man at first, 1 away. And the 0-2. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. The throw to third. The tag out.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
Next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Kyle Tucker.
Hitter, Kyle Tucker.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-0.
Fastball for a strike. And the count 1-1. Just off the inside edge.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses. And now 3-1. There's a strike.
Full count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now batting, second baseman, Bryce.
Now it's the second baseman,
Turang.
Bryce Turang.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
In there for strike 1. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. And that chance handled in plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
Now batting, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Now here is Bobby Witt Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
One out and a runner at second. Outside low. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch in the dirt, and now it's 3-2. Hit on the ground to short. Rojas with the throw to first. And Witt is out.
The batter, the right fielder, Aaron.
Here is Aaron Judge. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. And delivers outside.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And a swing and a miss there.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
Man on second, 2 down. So now 2 on and 2 outs. I remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And now Cal Raleigh.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Way inside, and that hit him.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Byron Buxton, the next to hit. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And a curve is down and in. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
2 outs. That's in there.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play,
they take the force out, and the inning is over. So bottom of the ninth, and now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki.
That one pushed foul. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. There's a strike. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. That one misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
The catcher, number 35.
At the plate, Adley Rutschman. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball. That missed by a lot. And it's 1 and 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one not close. And the count is 2 and 2. Bases empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
Count is full.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One down, base is empty. And it's ball 4. He missed down low. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
And now the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Around second is Rutschman. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now batting, number 8.
So up next, Sato. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one way outside. Ball 1. Just missed.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
To short, could be 2. Off-balance feed, there's 1. Back to first, double play. And that's the ball game.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
An 11-1 final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.